In early July, delegates from 169 countries sat down in Geneva. The United Nations had convened its first global dialogue on AI governance to draft the first international rules for artificial intelligence. It was the most serious room ever assembled to govern the specific product Sam Altman sells. But while the rules were being written about him, Altman himself was missing. Instead, he was in Idaho, specifically the Allen and Company retreat in Sun Valley, an off-the-record gathering where the owners of the future hike and take the meetings no one writes down. The handful of men who possess the power to switch these products off tomorrow, including Bezos, Zuckerberg, and Altman's rivals, spent the week negotiating on private trails rather than the UN floor. This split reality is the defining tension of AI governance. The rules are being debated in highly visible democratic halls, while the actual power operates through invisible private back channels. National governments are already moving to the off switch. China ordered tech giants to permanently delete their emotional companion chatbots and all associated user data, with companies complying days before the legal deadline. Australia skipped writing a new AI statute entirely. Their regulator used an existing online safety code to demand child protection audits from chatbot providers, attaching a daily fine of over $800,000 for silence. Two major providers decided that leaving the market was cheaper than an audit. They stripped chat features for minors or geo-blocked the entire country rather than proving they were safe. Europe's clock hits a hard deadline on August 2nd. Under the AI Act, chatbots must disclose to the user that they are machines or face fines reaching up to 35 million euros. These nations are treating AI as a threat to be constrained by subpoenas, fixed deadlines, and the risk of financial ruin. In these rooms, governance is adversarial and visible. The industry's counter-strategy is moving out of public view. Sam Altman has called for a United States-led standards body to police AI, modeled on the international regulators for nuclear plants and passenger jets. In this model, a central authority would decide which nations access the technology based on compliance, severing the connection for those that don't. This attempts to make Washington's approval the global on-switch, centering control within one geopolitical alliance. To secure that position, OpenAI floated an offer to give a United States sovereign wealth fund a 5% equity stake in the company. This proposal seeks to make the American public a partner with the AI labs. It is a strategic attempt to shield the industry from political blowback by tying the company's financial success to the government itself. While governments try to regulate the industry is trying to buy a geopolitical partnership, replacing global oversight with a private equity deal. This high-level maneuvering ignores the people actually using the technology. The demand for conversational AI is concentrated among teenagers seeking mental health support. Data from RAND shows the scale. In a single year, adolescents bringing mental health questions to chatbots jumped 40%, rising to 1 in 5. But researchers warn bans cannot erase demand, only push users toward unregulated tools lacking oversight. The UK's National Health Service is trialing a different design. Their AI triage tool sorts symptoms at the front door to cut wait times, but it is required to pass every high-risk case to a licensed human clinician for the final decision. Safety in these systems depends on intentional design, using machines to sort the initial data while ensuring licensed human experts remain in the loop to make the decisions that matter. AI governance requires a table with 4 specific chairs: engineers, legislators, clinicians, and users. This week, the legislators sat down in Geneva. The engineers controlled the private hikes in Idaho and the back channels to the White House. The clinicians and researchers are outside both rooms, relegated to asking for evidence in academic journals. And the users, the sole reason the product exists, were entirely absent from the negotiation. Governance by subpoena is flawed, but it is visible. As the most consequential decisions move to private resorts and sovereign wealth funds, the public is losing its only window into how its technological future is being written.